saying this: wealth is not only built by how much money you have coming in. Remember, money flows two different ways. It flows in, meaning as if we make it, and then there is an idle place. It sits, and then it flows out, right? As far as in what do we spend out. I think one of the key things that I really want you all to understand when it comes to building wealth, which is why I'm always talking about the IRS, right, is that wealthy people are not just making a lot of money because they make a lot of money. No, wealthy people have a lot of money because they know how to use the tax codes legally, ethically, morally, and because I am a Christian, spiritually. It has to align with how I personally believe things should be going. And so on today, we're going to have this conversation about, okay, wait, how do we keep this extra $25,000 in our pocket? And this is going to be a key thing. And so we're going to talk about that today. Give me 25 minutes max. I'll take any questions towards the end. I'm going to pull up my notes. But before we get there, man, y'all, I really want to remind you all, I want to bring you over to this on my thing, man. We had an email last week, and I want to remind you again, we're talking about margin. Let me put my cap on my juice here. We're talking about margin. And one of the key things that we can do to build wealth is always making sure that we're finding extra money in places that we're already spending. Last month, I introduced you all to a new machine that I'm using, and it is saving people literally, watch this, hundreds of dollars a month. It saved me $600 a month, but to the average person who's watching me right now, we have had several emails come in with screenshots of people saving anywhere from $50 to $150 a month on their car insurance plan. I want to encourage you all, if you all are looking for some extra ways to save some money, please head over to anthonyoneal.com/car insurance and get a free quote today. It will literally take you. You just got to answer these quick questions, right? Did you serve? Type in your zip code, type in your age range, click any of these five things that make your that you do relate with. Did you serve in the military? Boom. If you did, click it. If you didn't, unclick it. Any at fault accidents in the last 3 years? Please be honest. If you were at fault within the last 3 years, please click here. Are you currently insured? Multiple vehicles? I own a home, and click the rates. Y'all, within a matter of 5-10 seconds to do that. We're going to have a list of companies come up in your area that is, I guarantee you, for the most part, they will beat your current rate. So you're trying to tell me within 10 seconds, just by going to anthonyoneal.com/car insurance, and I'm sitting here pointing because I thought I was on the screen with y'all, but I'm not. Just by doing this for 5-10 seconds, you could save yourself $50 to $150 a month. I think one of the best savings we saw was someone went down $683 for a 6-month premium. They were paying right around $1,200 for a 6-month premium. They went down to $613 for a 6-month premium, paying only $100 for 2 cars, one for her and one for her 19-year-old son. Amazing, right? So listen, head over to anthonyoneal.com/car insurance. Again, that is anthonyoneal.com/car insurance. I'm going to put that inside of the show notes. Car insurance quote, HTTPS anthonyoneal.com/car insurance, and we will get started on that. I'm gonna pin that to the top. For those of you all who are listening to this again on a replay, just go back and not go back, just go ahead and click it inside of the show notes. All right, y'all. Let's pull up the article that we're gonna be referencing today. I like to be, y'all know me. Here is the article. It is inside of the show notes already, to where you can see this for yourself and read through it for yourself. Remember, as I am evolving and growing and maturing and really getting this education, one thing I do believe, that if I'm going to talk about something, I need to cite where I'm getting the information from. And then also, of course, I'm just reading this, and then what I am doing is downsizing this to a point to where you all can understand from the average level. All right. And so this article will be inside of the show notes. It's already there. You all can pull it up. But it's official. The IRS is rolling out, watch this, out the new Schedule 1A form. I don't know why I be doing this, y'all, but I need to put me up on the screen too. The IRS is running the new Schedule 1A form, which will allow taxpayers to deduct overtime, tips, car interest, and other benefits never before seen in 2025 tax returns. All right. And so you'll be able to see the key details, which I'm about to go over with you all right now, who this benefits the most. Not everything is as good as it seems, y'all. I mean, and I love that this article said it. And I am going to be breaking all of this down. Temporary deductions. So this is the article that I'm quoting from and citing from. I put it inside of the show notes today, so you all can go back in and have and review this for yourself. But this is Schedule 1A. Okay, this is part of something called, we've talked about this before, the One Big Beautiful Bill Act that became law in July of this year, 2025. The IRS designed this specifically, they say, to help working class Americans. Well, this is going to be your service workers, your hourly employees, and seniors. But here's what they're not telling you about the fine print. And I call this, I want to say, I call this a 4 money saving opportunities. Number one, let me pull you all back up on the screen on this screen. It's the tip deductions. All right. If you work in restaurants, bars, delivery, Uber Eats, for an example, DoorDash, for an example, or any job that allows tips, watch this, you can now deduct up to $25,000 of your reported tips. So let's say, for example, you have a full-time job, and we're going to talk about full-time jobs here in a little bit. Let's say you have a full-time job, but then on the side, you deliver for DoorDash, or you deliver for Instacart, or you deliver for Pizza Hut, or you deliver for Uber Eats. Um, or watch this, I just got my nails done, and let's say that, you get tips, right? Technically, legally, by law, you're supposed to be reporting your tips. Technically, legally, by law, if you get a cash tip, you are required by law to report it. But for a lot of times, let's say, for an example, I just Instacarted me some groceries this morning. Well, on there, I put the tip. Well, you get all of that tip, but Instacart does have to report that, right? So, by law, with this new thing, now you can write off up to $25,000 of reported tip. For those of you all who are watching this live right now, let me know. Put me inside the comment section right now if you work in one of those areas. If you work in the restaurants, bars, delivery, side job, or any job that has tips, put a me inside of the comment section right now, because I want to know, does this benefit you or does it not benefit you? But let me give you some of the details. Oh no, my thing is frozen. Let me refresh my screen because it's frozen, y'all. I don't like that. Okay, here we go. All right. I see you, Kimmy. All right. Now let me give you some of the details because I really want to make sure we have this clear, and I got to give you the law. Like I gotta teach you what the law is saying. I'm not, and I'm gonna say this respectfully. I'm not gonna be the influencer that's gonna teach you how to get over the system. No, what I'm gonna do is teach you the system, and then legally, ethically, morally, and because of me being a Christian and spiritually, I'm gonna told you how to rightfully use and work the system. All right. So here's some key details, and for those of you who are watching this in the chat, hey, type some of this stuff in the chat. Number one, you must be officially reporting your tips. Okay? So you can't say, hey, I'm writing off $25,000 in tips, but the IRS doesn't see the $25,000 in tips because you think, well, I got $25,000 in tips cash, so I'm gonna write off $25,000 in tips that I got cash, but the IRS can't see it. So it has to be officially reported. Okay? Now watch this. Watch this. This phases out at $150,000 of income if you're single. So the moment you make $150,000 and 1 cent as a single person, you can't write it off. Phases out for married couples at $300,000. But here is the truth. It could save servers on average, based upon my studying, $3,000 to $6,000 per year in paying taxes. This is absolutely, in my personal opinion, huge in any service industry. Here's why. Because if you can sit here and put $3,000 to $6,000 back in your pocket, that's $3,000 to $6,000 back into a savings. That's $3,000 to $6,000 back into your Moo account to invest. That's $3,000 to $6,000 into a 529 for your kids' college. That's $3,000 to $6,000 back into maybe saving for a down payment on a home. Man, do not be. And I hate it when I hear people say, "Oh, it's only $1,000. Oh, it's only $3,000. That's not a lot of money." Yes, the heck it is. It is a whole lot of money. At my age, actually, as a matter of fact, I'll tell y'all this. There's an investment opportunity that just came up, and I told them my budget. Well, my banker came back to me and said, "Well, we're going to need about $6,800 more." Now, let me be honest with you. I have the extra $6,800, but it wasn't in the budget. And $6,800, easily someone like myself said, "Oh, it's just 6 grand." But it's that mindset that, oh, it's just 6 grand here. Oh, it's just 1 grand here. Oh, it's just $50 here. Oh, it's just $25 here. Next thing you know, oh, it's just added up to be $10, $15,000 for someone like myself, or oh, it's just added up to be $500, $1,000 when you look at it. So you got to understand that extra $3,000, $6,000 back in your pocket. It's absolutely amazing. All right, so here's the action step for this. All right, because I see a lot of me's. I see a lot of me's. Now I'm not looking at the chat too much. You all are over here, chat, and my notes are over here, and my camera's right here. All right, so notes, chat, you all. But here's the action steps that you need to do immediately. Check your pay stubs. If you see reported tips, more than likely you're going to qualify. All right, so let me come over here and check on the chat. We see where we are. $3,000 to $6,000 back in pocket. Yes. Is it $150,000 in one for the job with tips, or is it combined income from 2 jobs? Yes. So yes, good question. Dart. Let me put this up on the screen because y'all know me. I like to make sure that Dart. That was such a good question. Um, at the broadcast. All right, so Dark is asking a real good question. Dark said, "Is it $150,000 for the job with tips, or only is it combined income from 2 jobs?" Yes, this is going to be your reported income on your taxes. All right, so if you make $80,000 there, and then you make another $80,000 somewhere else, that's $160,000. Yes, the IRS could be like, "Hey, yeah, you don't qualify." I can't say absolutely, because I'm not the IRS, but they state if you make above $150,000 in income, you do not qualify. Man, that's such a good question. Such a good question. Um, uh, Yo, Angela, drive safely. Drive safely. You can listen to us too. All right, let's get to number 2. Overtime deductions. This is going to be powerful for the majority of us. All right, rock with me on this one. If you work overtime, you can deduct the premium part. Let me say this one more time. If you work overtime, you can only deduct the premium part. That is the extra money above your regularly hourly rate. All right, so I'm gonna say this up front. You only can write off up to $12,500 as a single person. As a married combined household, up to $15,000. But only the overtime premium counts. So let me give you an example. Let's say you make $20 an hour. But let's say for an example, your overtime is $10 extra an hour, so they pay you $30 an hour. Well, if you make $30 an hour overtime, but you honestly make $20 an hour as your job, you only can write off the $10 an hour of overtime. So you can't write off the $30. You only can write off the premium part of that. Now, here's the clear part. It has to be clearly shown on your paycheck stub. Prime example, when I am on my paycheck stub, because I have staff. We have a parking garage, for an example, or sometimes my staff will buy things and they need to get a refund. Well, on the paycheck stub, there's a line item, and you all see this because we get paid. I don't think a lot of people check their paycheck stubs. You just check to see if you got the same amount of money in your bank account, and you never pull your paycheck stub, which I think is bad practice. You should be looking at your paycheck stub every single time you get paid to make sure every single thing is correct, because I'm on a paycheck stub, for an example. You want to make sure that if you're getting refunded for a company expense, that is a separate line item, because a refund should not be taxed. It should not be taxed at all. And so you want to make sure that things are properly in the right places on your paycheck stub to make sure that you're getting the proper taxes. Now, watch this. The reason why I like this being taxed, the reason why I like them, I think it's a benefit for a lot of people in this space, because did you know commissions and overtime is actually taxed at a little higher rate? So now, if you're able to write off the premium, a portion of your premium overtime hours, well, that's going to help you. It's going to save you a lot of money, going to put money back into your pocket, because now it's like, wait a minute, I was being taxed. Commission and overtime hours are actually being taxed at a little higher rate. So this benefits people in manufacturing, retail, healthcare workers. This doesn't benefit people who are salary employees. Sorry. But this does benefit people who work in hourly positions. Now, I want to say this again. I'm going to give you an action step for all of these. You got to look at your paycheck stub. And you have to make sure that your company is providing a separate line item for everything. Everything. Every single thing. I'm looking at the chat here real quick. And put in the chat, let me know if you are an hourly employee. If you are an hourly employee, just put me in the chat right now. I want to see me. I want to see me. Let me come over here in the chat. Um, okay. Company purchase reimbursed should not be taxed. Yes, that's true. It should not be taxed. Company purchases and reimbursement should not be taxed. Lynn says, man, I side hustle with Uber Eats and DoorDash. Well, Lynn, those tips that you're getting is going to be able to be a good write-off. Okay, David said, me. I see you, David. You saying, yeah, that's you. I see a lot of me's right now. Okay. Chemistry says, just getting here. How does this work for independent contractors? Uber, Lyft, Amazon Flex. The verse, hey, Chemistry, I want you to rewind. I don't want to waste everyone else's time that is in here, but I want you to rewind and watch it, because it does benefit you tremendously. And honestly, what I'm about to get into next could benefit you as well, because so lock in with me. But I love it. I love this. Me and the company shows looking now. Me and my company shows all this looking now at it. I look weekly. Okay, cool, great. I think you're saying me. Are you saying me? I work that, and my company shows all this. All right, bet. Cool, great, 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 great. Let's get to number three, y'all. Let's get to number three. I just want to make sure I'm putting y'all up on the screen as much as possible. I definitely DoorDash on the side. That's what's up. All right, y'all. Here's the next thing. Now, you all know me. I don't do. I will never endorse borrowing money. But while you're on your journey of paying off the debt, I think this can help you. Now, you can write off car loan interest. Bought a new American made car for work. Goes back to Uber, goes back to DoorDash. Now you can deduct up to $10,000 of the loan's interest, not the car. And I feel a certain kind of way about this. But I also do believe that it is needed, right? It is also needed, but it's like, well, look at this, y'all. We buy a liability and we're paying $10,000 on a depreciating asset. Now listen, we all gonna have cars. I have several cars, right? I that is my guilty pleasure. I love purchasing cars. I pay cash for them, but I'll also put the salespeople through hell because I know I'm buying a depreciating asset. And so it's like, yo, I want to get the best deal I possibly can. But a lot of people are financing cars. But now you can deduct $10,000 of the loan interest. Here's the key details. I want you to know this. And I saw someone type it in the notes. Type this in the notes. And this is why I'm saying, this is why even better. You need to go to anthonyneal.com/car insurance. Because if you could deduct, $10,000 of the interest off the loan, and you can get better car insurance to save you money. This is brilliant. But here it is. Here's some key things you need to know about this. It must be a brand new vehicle and made in the USA. And y'all know me, I would never tell you to purchase a brand new vehicle because can I be real with you? This one is a setup. This one is not, it doesn't sound good to me. Because let's look at the catch here. It has to be brand new. So if you buy the car, let's say for $40,000, when you drive it off the lot, it's only worth $30,000. But now they're saying, hey, you bought a car for 40,000, it's only worth 30,000, but you're paying anywhere between 7 to 28% interest on a car depending on your credit report. So you're paying all this interest. So we're going to give you all the interest back, but you're still in the negative because you bought a depreciating asset brand new. Oh, I don't. I mean, if you're going to be, I don't want to say that because I don't want to sound rude. I don't want to come off disrespectful. But y'all know me. Y'all know how I feel about this. If you're going to be the dummy to buy a brand new car and spend all this extra money just so you can write off the freaking interest, that's crazy to me. But I'm going to give you all the facts so you can understand this. So it must be a new and made in USA vehicle. Watch this. And it must be used for work, not just for commuting. So you can't go out there and buy a brand new car, Lord Jesus, and then say, hey, I'm driving this. This is my weekend car and write off the interest. No, you got to be using this to go back and forth from work. You got to be using it for Uber, for Lyft, for DoorDash. Like it has to be used for work. And check this out, y'all. Leases and used cars do not qualify. Leases, which is, I believe, the craziest way to purchase a car. I'll be honest with y'all. I went to see, I said, let me go through the process of a lease. Man, they got me approved. I knew they would. On a brand new Bentley. Y'all know I'm a Bentley guy. And I said, all right, man, run me the numbers. Let me see the numbers. Now I knew I wasn't going to do it. I knew I wasn't going to do it. But I just wanted to see, like I wanted to go through the process so I can say I've been through the process because I've never been through the process before. So now when I speak on leases, I can speak intelligently because I've been through the process of it. So I wanted to see, like, will the numbers tempt my flesh? like, will this be sexy to me? By the time they came back, they said, all right, Anthony, we'll give you X amount of money for your Bentley, right? And then we're going to need another $80,000 down. And then you're going to pay us $3,000 a month to only get 3,500 miles a year and then turn that car in 3 years. So when I did the math, I said, well, that is the dumbest thing ever. I said, bro, I might as well just come up with another 75 grand and just pay you for the car. I will own the car. But we ain't talking about that today. We ain't talking about that today. We ain't talking about that today. But here's what people get you on the leases. Oh man, if you got a business, you can write it off. Man, get the. Everything is not just about a write-off. Everything is about what is the best strategy to build the most margin in my life so I can invest and enjoy and have freedom within my life. All right. So listen, here's the action steps for this one. Check your car's VIN and loan documents because you will need both. You got to make sure it is a brand new car. You should know that. It has to be a USA vehicle and it cannot even watch this. Um um Even loaner this is how some car dealerships are going to get you. It could be a 2025, but if it has over 1,000 miles on it because it was it was the manager's you it was a used cars manager's daily car going back and forth. No, that's not a new car. All right. Here's number four, and we're gonna get up out of here. Senior deductions. For all my individuals who are in that senior citizen era, if you are 65 or older, you automatically get an extra $6,000 deduction. $12,000 if you're married and both qualify. Now this is I can't complain. So just because you're 65, up until the year 2028, every year on your taxes, up until the year 2028, you can write off $6,000 if you're a single person above 65, and an extra $12,000 if you are married and you both qualify. Now, for an example, my dad is in that age bracket, but my mom is not in that age bracket. So my dad will only be able to get to deduct $6,000 because he got him a young stallion. You know what I mean? My mom is about 10 years younger than him. Lord Jesus. I said, Daddy, I'm gonna be like you. Let me stop playing. No, I'm serious. But that's one. So here's some key details for that. No extra paperwork needed. Income limit $75,000 if you're single, up to $150,000 if you're married. My dad qualifies for that. That's my mom and dad qualify for that. It stacks with other deductions. So like you'll be able to put this goes on top of other deductions that you may have. My dad has some military deductions. This is free money for seniors on fixed income. All right. So let me give you all the reality check. Then I'll take some questions and I'll get you all up out of here. If you're enjoying me going live, listen to me. If you're enjoying me going live, as I give you a quick reality check of some of the things that they do not tell you, do me a favor, man. It's about 600 of you all watching this live on a Saturday. I appreciate you all. If you can, hit that thumbs up button for me. And they say about 60% of you all, not they, but studies or stats on the back end say that 60% of you all frequently come to the YouTube channel, but you're not hitting the subscribe button. So if you could do me a favor, please, by all means, if you're enjoying the content, if you're enjoying how I provide information, how my team and I are providing information, y'all, we're on a journey. We're about 4,500 people away from hitting 1 million subscribers on YouTube. I want to put this into preference for you. Not in preference. I'm going to put this into a different perspective for you. There's over 115,000 YouTube channels. Only 56,000 of them have over 1 million. So I'm gonna say this one more time. There's over 115 million YouTube channels, and only 56, right around 56,500 from what my YouTube rep told me, have over 1 million channels. Out of that 56,500, there's only about 100 of those YouTube channels that are in a financial literacy space. Out of that 100 YouTube channels, because we did the research, there are only 3 YouTube channels, specifically Dave Ramsey being the leading one, that is teaching people how to pretty much live consumer debt free. And your boy Anthony O'Neill and our amazing community, we are the second largest Christian consumer debt free wealth building community on YouTube. And so, man, I'm super excited. So if you can do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button if you can, if you're enjoying this information. But here's what the IRS isn't advertising about this free money. I want to walk through this real quick because this is important. Here are the documentations that are required. You need to have perfect paperwork. Let me say this again. You have to have perfect paperwork. These are going to be your pay stubs, your tip reports, and your loan documents. Y'all, this is the time that if you're going to take advantage of this information, you got to be like me. You got to be detailed, right? You have to be detailed when it comes to this. So you need to put all your pay stubs. Everyone print them out. Y'all go to Amazon, get you a $39 printer off of Amazon, or download it and create a folder on your laptop, on your computer, and put all your paycheck stubs, put all your tip reports, and put all your loan documents inside of a folder. So this way, when you get and you go back to get your taxes done in January of this year, you're already giving your tax preparer all your information. And that is one thing we're going to be doing this year with all these new things. My CPA and I, we're going to sit down and we're going to really document. We're going to put together a 2-page PDF of all the documents you need. So before you go and file with these new laws that this White House is putting together, we're going to make sure that you have a checklist. So when you go either to my company, who I suggest, or you go to your tax preparer who you've been using for the last years, man, you're going to them with every single thing that they need, and you'll get your money quicker and you'll file your taxes quicker. And so we're going to put that document together. It'll come out hopefully right around November, because I know some of you all try to file in early December, get all your stuff in with that last paycheck of the year. I mean, actually early January. So we're going to give you 30, 45 days to put this stuff together. But you got to have that. Now watch this. The IRS will be stepping up their audits next year. The IRS will be auditing these deductions more than anything. In my research, there's a site that I read often on the IRS, and they're saying like, hey, listen, we're backed up in audits right now. You know, we're coming for people who need to be audited. But with this new rule, we know that people are going to try to take advantages. And one of those advantages is, hey, I had $25,000 in tips cash, so I'm gonna write off $25,000 on my legal document with the IRS, but I don't have legal documents showing that I even made $25,000 because it was a tip to me cash. Well, you can't write that off if you're not reporting it, right? So I can't tell you what to do about the cash. I'm gonna leave that to your discretion. But what I am saying is, it they are aware that people are going to try to rig the system, and I'm praying that my community, the in the black community, we're not trying to rig the system. We're going to use it. We're going to effectively get around some things legally, ethically, morally, and what spiritually. But we're not going to be the typical black person and lie on legal documents that can eventually possibly get us arrested, fined, or whatever that may be. All right. So the key thing here is, y'all, you got to keep everything organized and general. Not general. I'm sorry, digital. All right. So how do I say this too? These income limits are going to hit fast. You make too much, you get nothing. Okay. These phase out quickly for higher earners. Now, if you have a good CPA, if you have a good tax preparer, I think if you get creative, don't quote me on it because I'm not a CPA. This is just me thinking out loud. This is not facts. I got to put that in there as an expert. Like, I'm not an expert in all thing, everything money. But I really do believe, let's say for an example, for 6 months you made 90,000, right? Well, I do believe up until that 90,000 mark, you can take advantage of it. Now, once you cross over 90,000 and you can show that with numbers, then I think your CPA can get creative. But again, I'm not a CPA. I don't want to act like I know all that. But those are the kind of questions that I'll be asking my CPA. Like, hey, for between January and October, I made only 90,000, but yeah, they gave me a pay raise because it was my time, and then I crossed over $150,000 for an example. So for during that time, can I write that off because I was legally in that tax bracket? These are the kind of questions you need to be asking and jotting down. This is why you need to make sure that you're storing everything as much as possible. This is why you need to make sure that every paycheck stub, you're putting it into a folder so you can show, hey, February, this was my income. March, this was my income. July, this was my income. So you can show them, hey, I transitioned on this time, but during this time, based upon these legal documents, this is how much I was making. All right. Middle class gets squeezed again. Now, this is very temporary. This expires in 2028. This is not permanent. I I want to say that I almost want to say I guarantee. This is the thing I don't like about America, but I love about America, but I don't like. It's like for 4 years, depending upon the president. Well, if the next president doesn't like it, they can come in and cut it. And we've seen this president. do that to the previous president's stuff. Then we saw the previous president do that to the previous president's stuff, right? So if we see another Republican president come inside, I think the Republican president, because President Trump is a little different than some other Republicans. And so I think they won't get rid of everything, but I do believe that they may reposition certain things. But we won't find out until about 2028, 2029. All right. Congress, now watch this, could change or eliminate these anytime. So this is why I'm always saying I want to educate you all on this. But I do believe you all should know the president is not the most strongest person in the world. He just can't boom in this law for the next 4 years or for the rest of our lives. The true power lies in Congress, and true power also lies within the Supreme Court. So at any time, the Congress can be like, yeah, no, we don't like this anymore. All right. Don't count on this forever. All right. So let me tell you who this benefits. I'll take y'all's questions and get up out of here. It's Saturday. All right. So restaurant servers and bartenders, factory workers with regular overtime, delivery drivers with new work vehicles, retirees under the income limits. Now, who does this suck for? Me. High earners, right? People with poor record keeping. Uh-oh. Anyone who doesn't report their tips properly. Individuals like me who purchase used cars. All right. So immediately following today's information, here are some things I need you to do. Check if you're qualifying for any of these job categories. But here it is. Gather your 2024 paycheck stubs and tip reports. Actually, 2025, I'm sorry. Gather your 2025 paycheck stubs and tip reports and start putting them into a category now. Calculate your potential savings using the limits that I mentioned and start organizing. I'm going to say this one last time, your documentation now. Do not, you guys, please hear me clearly. And this is just something that I don't like about us. Can I be honest with you for a minute? And when I say us, I'm talking about my people who look like me. We wait until the last minute. We wait until the last minute. Start getting organized now. I announced a couple of days ago, yesterday, that I'm starting my doctorate program here. My dean told me on Thursday when I was up at the school, she said, "Hey, my class start October 21st, right?" She says, "But hey, we give you 4 weeks in advance to get into the class, go through the syllabus, get your books, and even start on the assignments." So you have 8 weeks from the 21st and 8 weeks from there. But in the School of Business here, within your particular program, we give you 4 weeks in advance. She said a lot of people do not, one, take advantage of that time. And two, she said, here's what I see from successful students. That they take advantage of that 4 weeks, not necessarily to do the work, watch this, but to get organized, to understand the workload, to understand the requirements, and then create a system and a strategy and to get organized for the next 8 weeks. What I'm telling you is use this time now, between now and January, to properly get organized and prepared. So that way, when you show up to file your taxes, you're not trying to go back and to find things, and you're honestly not trying to go back and to get all funny and fancy. I mean this, y'all. I want you all to focus on getting organized and listen to me clearly, y'all. I'm going to be doing a whole lot more of this. Like seriously, I am going to do a whole lot, um, uh, whole lot more of this. Okay, Letty, I see. She said I have an app Solo that documents for me. Is that enough? Solo, I think that's a good question. I think is it documenting everything as far as in is it is it are you downloading your paycheck stub and putting it into this? Because listen, y'all, I want to be honest with you, so that way y'all can reference back. I need you to download your paycheck stub and put it inside of a folder. If you have a car loan right now, I need you to call the dealership, go up to the dealership and get a copy of the, I forgot what they call it. What do they call it, y'all? Y'all know what they call it. There it is, bill of sale. Get a copy of the bill of sale, which has all your information on it, right? And then if you have a loan, you need to go on there now and get the latest statement. Download the latest statement and then put that into a document, because on that statement it should show how much principal you've paid and how much interest you paid, because you'll be able to write off the interest. But keep in mind, y'all, it got to be a new car. It has to be American made. New American. All right. So good question, sis. Real good question. Um, Great job on the weight loss. You look great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it, y'all. I'm trying to. I've lost a lot, not a lot of weight. I mean, I'm definitely slimming down, but I'm excited because now we're bulking up. So now we're putting back on lean mass and lean muscle. So that's why I'm drinking this juice and lifting a little bit heavier. But I honestly like the weight that I'm at. I want to say right around this weight, but I want to be a little bit thicker. So I'm ready for it. What's cool is sales on Amazon and eBay. You do not get a 1099 if you sell less than 20,000. That's dope. I don't know that, Christian. I've never sold on eBay, so I'm not going to speak into that. But man, that's if that's dope. That's really dope. That's really 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 dope. Yes, working on getting out of debt so I can start investing. That's really good, really really good. That's really 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 good. Let's see here. Happy Saturday, Anthony. Thanks for spreading the wisdom. Oh, thank you so much and congrats. Oh, thank you so much. Who's this 13 Manouche person? I don't know who this is, y'all. Um, it's title for us, everyone, to have what we need for the times that are coming. Water, food. Uh, there are many American nationalities. Moose. I don't know who this Moose is, y'all. Most people wake up and come out of her. My people get back to their titles and names and return to your forefathers. Okay, Manoush, I'm sorry, Manoush, but you talking a little weird for me. So we're just gonna put you on timeout. You haven't said anything that's crazy, but you just a little too weird for me, y'all. Listen, if you just now tuned in, I can't repeat everything that I said. But I am going to be, this is going to upload. And so go back and not reach. Y'all, it's Saturday. I'm tired. I shouldn't be working, but I saw this and I wanted to talk about it. So I think a lot of you all will be able to get $25,000 if you're using this information correctly. For someone like myself who is debt free, who really doesn't finance, and who is at a level of financial freedom, this doesn't benefit me at all. I don't get a benefit from none of this stuff that I have mentioned to you. But this is not about me. This is about the millions of people that are in my community that I have been called to serve. And so I want to come over here and just talk about it. I plan on getting Moo going in October. Hey, Queen, I would encourage you all. Don't forget, y'all. Do not forget. And thank you for reminding me, Queen. Thank you for reminding me so much. Listen, let me pull this up for you all so you all will know this. Yeah, let me pull this up for you. Thank you for saying that, sis. Y'all, if you are watching this now, here you go, right here. So y'all can see. You all need to go to anthonyoneal.com/Mumu. They're giving away $1,000 in NVIDIA stock. $1,000 in NVIDIA stock. But this expires this month. Okay. This expires this month. So we have what? This expires on Monday. This expires on Monday. So I'm gonna put that in the chat. Let me see here. Get $1,000 in Nvidia stock before September 30th. Yeah, y'all need to, man, listen, y'all need to get this. I think .com/moo. That's a good question, Dana. Dana, you do not have to hold on, let me pull this back up for y'all. Let me come back over to my screen, me in full screen. You do not have to buy anything. What you have to do is create a place a pin. You have to create a account, and if you all go to, let me see if I can pull it up so you all can see it, because I want you to see it for yourself, because this is important stuff. Let me see here. All right, so let me pull up my screen so you all can see this. Me and screen two. Actually, let me just pull up me and screen two. Boom, see. All right, right here, y'all. Click on this video. I literally walk you through the step-by-step on how to open an account with Moomoo and how to purchase your first stock. I recommend you purchase an ETF or growth stock mutual fund inside of Moomoo because you're purchasing several companies, not just one. But you have to open an account with a minimum of $100. And then from $100, depending on how much money you put in there, they will tell you how much of a stock, how much of NVIDIA stock they'll give you for free. Now, here's the thing. You got to keep your money in there for 30 days. So whatever you're going to open it up with, let me say this. Let me pull me back up on full screen because I just got to talk to my people. Let me tell you what some of y'all do. And they send me the names. All right, they send me the names, but I don't reach out to y'all because it's none of my business, and I ain't. But what you all do is some of y'all will put the money inside the account, get the free stock, and then pull it out. So now what they've done is like, nah, you gotta that money needs to sit into the stock for 30 days. So that way you can't pull the money out because you're investing for your future. So listen, black people, we man, I'm not, it's not all of us. It's not all of us. I know it's not all of us, but for those of us who are always trying to look how to rig the system, come on, people. Come on, man. So listen, go to anthonyoneal.com/moo. That's how you can get $1,000 in free stock. I always like to pull up the proof so that way you can see it because this is important. And for those of you who just logged in asking how do you get to $25,000, listen, I can't repeat myself because we have a lot of people in here. I'm taking questions now. Just rewind. You can rewind this live actually right now. Just go back and watch it from the very beginning. That's how you do it. There are 4 ways that you can do it to qualify to get it. So you use the system legally, ethically, morally, and for myself, I'm always going to add a 4th one, spiritually, because of who I stand for. I did the same thing on SoFi. That's good, Dana. Yeah, I will put that there is an account, y'all, that I would suggest. Again, for those of you all who are just now logging in, I would encourage you immediately today. Immediately. It doesn't cost you anything. I would encourage you to go to anthonyoneal.com/car insurance. That's anthonyoneal.com/car insurance. Click on here, get a quote today. Because if you just answer 1, 2, 7 questions within a matter of 5 seconds, you can see if I can save you, my company can save you anywhere between $50 to $150 a month on your car insurance policy. We have several testimonies and emails of people within our community who have saved so much money just simply by just typing in their zip code, their age range, answering these questions, and then just see results. And it's going to give you 3 to 5 companies that they believe can give you the best quote. And then let's say if you like those companies, you see the qualifying quotes, then you click on it. They'll ask you a few more detailed information, like your driver's license, and like 2 other questions. And then boom, from there you'll be able to see, can you save money? And listen, y'all, let's be honest. Let's be real. Let me pull me back up on full screen. Christmas is coming up. Okay, Christmas is coming up, and a lot of you all are gonna be looking for some extra. Let's be honest. Some of y'all are gonna put um your Christmas gifts on credit cards, and I would encourage you. How can I help you find just some extra money? How can we find some extra money for you to have? So why not save? And did y'all know that, hey, if you get a better rate today, even if you got 3 more months, 4 more months inside your insurance policy, you can cancel and your current insurance policy will cut you a check back right? For the premium that you paid up for. Because technically insurance companies can only charge you for the day and the time frame that they covered you. They cannot charge you for the time frame above that. All right. So I would highly encourage you to look into that. Go to anthonyneal.com/car insurance. All right. I got ethos because of you. Oh, thank you so much. You know, lady. I mean, hopefully I got ethos too. I mean, they're the best when it comes to term life insurance. When will we get the results? Hey, the real. What do you mean? When will we get the results? What do you mean results? Talk to me on that part. What do you mean? When will we get the results? Talk to me on that. Thank you. Thank you. Just had to go buy a car and my insurance went up $60. Yeah, Dana, just click on that. I'm telling y'all right now. I use the tool. That's why I built the tool specifically for us because I used it. And y'all know I have exotic cars. You know, I'm cheap on other things, a lot of things, but when it comes to my car and my home, um I'm not cheap on those things. And that's where I spend my money. That's where I work hard and I get to have a little bit of fun in those areas. And so I have some exotic cars. And man, I was paying too much money in car insurance. And I say, yo, as a money guy, Anthony, you're not practicing what you're preaching. Go do some research. And I did some research using that tool that's on my website. And it put a lot of money back into my pocket. Um, okay. Oh, you saying for the insurance quotes, just waiting for an email, maybe. The real. So wait, did you go? The real. Once you tick, did you type in information? The companies come up. Boom. Click the company, and then you're supposed to go to their website and then type in all your information. All right. So we can go from there. Any spots left for Africa? Shanika, I think we have like 2 spots left. Yes, just go to anthonyoneal.com/travel. You're gonna have to pay for everything up front because we're leaving. We're actually going to Africa here in about 3 weeks. But we're gonna go every year. So if you miss it this year, just join us next year. This year is gonna be cheaper because of other things. We have to go up tremendously on price next year. I'm not really excited about it, but it's out of our control. They wanted to go up this year on my people, but I paid for the difference because I just believe in like, hey, once we say this is the price, I can't change it. So I actually lost money on the trip this year, but that's how much I love my community. Um, uh-oh. Yvette said, I opened a Moomoo account because of you and making money. Thank you. No, Yvette, thank you for trusting me and thank you for trying it and sharing that testimony. You know, so I really do appreciate it, man. What was the car insurance information? The car insurance information is, let me put that inside the chat for y'all. Get a quick quote. Uh, get a quick car insurance quote. Any more questions before I get off, y'all? I can't answer everyone. But I got like 5 more minutes. And then I gotta go just do some schoolwork. I put it inside the chat, y'all. AnthonyOneal.com/car insurance. For those of you all watching the rerun, I will have this inside of that too as well. As a matter of fact, y'all, hold on a minute. That's my doorbell. I'll be right back. All right, that was a package I was waiting on. Sorry about that. Um, let's see here. What's the next question? Oh man, thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate y'all. Y'all keep me lifted, man. I'm trying to stay healthy and trying to beat this wealth stuff, man. Trying to beat this wealth stuff, man. My family, we're fighting a lot of things in our family. I'm like, okay, God, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to die early. I want to die when there's nothing that I can do. But I don't want to die because of the lack of being healthy and the lack of the decisions that I made. So here we go. How much should I open a Moo account with? Is $100 good? Queen, it's perfect. Listen, y'all. My suggestion when it comes to Mumu, and again, go to anthonyoneal.com/Mumu. If you want to open an account, go to my YouTube channel, and you'll see the Mumu step-by-step video. It is alive, and so I'll walk you through the steps on how to literally open an account. My thing is, man, I want you all to start investing, even if you only got $50, $100. Start investing. This is important, okay? This is very, 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 very important. Where's Raven? We want to see her. Y'all, I try not to bring Raven on here because when I'm talking, she wants to jump up on the desk and just play with me. So it'll be good. Can you recommend a CPA in the DMV for a senior making over 100K? Michelle, I don't know anyone in the DMV area, but I have a good CPA firm that will help you that they're nationally known, and they'll do everything via Zoom, and they're super affordable. So we're gonna bring them on the show here right around November. I think that'll be a good time to have them on the show just to get you all prepared. So I love it. I just joined. What did I miss? Free money? Brent, you did. So go back and watch the beginning of the show. I'm about to shut it down, man. Just rewind, and I promise you, you'll get a lot of information. I promise you. Which account is good for an individual account on Moomoo? Yeah, go back and watch the show that we did on Monday with Courtney. He's our investing expert. He gave us some amazing stocks and amazing mutual funds to invest into. So write down those stocks and mutual funds. Then go watch my Moo step-by-step video on my YouTube channel and or podcast. And open up your account with Moo, and then find the stock that you're looking for. I teach you how to do that. Find the ETF or the mutual fund that you're looking for and invest into it there. All right. I'm gonna end with this question because I think it's a good question. So I won't be able to answer this anymore, but I think it's a real good question. Anthony, let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger so y'all can see it. Yeah, I like this question. All right, so let me pull this up. I like this. All right, so we're going to end here today. Anthony, would love to know your thoughts. Why can't someone invest while still being in debt? I really never heard someone say, well, even if you just put $50 a month for investing. Good question. And I think I'm gonna do a show on this. And I really can't go into too much details right now because it's Saturday and I just want to rest and relax and get some work done for my schoolwork, my last class. Here's why. Because you're pretty much competing with yourself. The only time I believe it is a good time to invest while paying off debt is if you're investing into, let's say, a mutual fund or a 401k. Here's why. Because they're 401k, not your mutual fund, I'm sorry, your 401k only. Because the 401k is being matched by your employer. So now that it's extra money, aka free money, that I really don't want you to miss out on. So for an example, I tell people within inside my escape plan, and we're going to be releasing this here soon, the teachings of the escape plan. The escape plan is my version of how to escape living paycheck to paycheck. Watch this, how to escape financial bondage and get into the black and get into margin, wealth building, financial freedom. And so my philosophy is um, my philosophy is an escape plan. And so if you can, let's say for an example, they're matching 3%. My suggestion is just put in 3% so you get all that free money and just attack all the debt as much as possible. Attack all the debt as much as possible. So this way you're building momentum, you're having freedom, you're seeing, you're putting money back into your pocket. And then watch this, if you can get another $500 a month, $1,000 back into your pocket a month because you are now consumer debt free, now you can put $1,000 into your investment. Now your investment portfolio is going to grow even faster rather than you only putting in 1% to 2%. Because studies are showing when you're in debt and you're trying to invest, the average person is only investing right around 2 to 3% of their money. Well, my suggestion is you need to be investing bare minimum 12 to 15% of your money every single month. So if you're only investing 2% while you're out of debt, well, just keep that 2%, put it towards your debt. Only invest the 2% if you're getting free money, you're getting a match. But if you're not, put it towards your debt. Get out of debt quicker. And then take that money strategically up to 12 to 15%, put it inside of your investment portfolio. You'll catch up and surpass. You see what I'm saying? So that's why. And I'm actually going to do a whole show on this and really teach this, bring math, bring in some solid teachings. So that way you can really get this information dialed in, man. But I would love, I would love, I would really love to do that. So thank you for asking me that question, CJ, because now you got me thinking that's a good show that I should do probably going into the new year. Mm-hmm. 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 Yo, drinking green juice. I can't say it's nasty, but it don't have like that Kool-Aid feel. But I got to be honest. I had to try on a shirt this morning for a speaking engagement that I have tonight out in Georgia. And I love it. Like when I took off had my t-shirt, I was like, oh my gosh, this is you, Anthony? Like, oh, oh, oh. So drinking this green juice helps me out, y'all. But listen, y'all, man, listen, if you really enjoyed today's live, if you love how I'm just jumping on here live, man, I want to encourage you. I want to thank you, one, for jumping on, but I would love to encourage you to join our community, man. We're about 4,000 subscribers away from a million subscribers, being one of the top 1% of YouTubers in America, and in the top 10 financial channels in America. And I want to say we'll be the #2 Christian consumer debt-free platform. The #1 platform is Dave Ramsey, which has rightfully earned that. I have no problem being behind the general and the guru of him. He is still the general and guru when it comes to debt-free living. I don't take nothing away from that man at all. I support, celebrate his success and what he and his team is doing. But it does feel good to know that we got a million community members over here that subscribes to this message. And so it feels good to know that you all rock with me. So do me a favor, man. Can we get the 500 thumbs up? I see that we're at 443. It's 600 of you all still watching. We got up to like 800 at one time on a Saturday. So thank you all so much. So we only need about 55 of you all just to hit the thumbs up before you leave. And if you can, do me a favor. If you're not subscribed to the channel, can you do me a real quick favor and just hit that subscribe button before you leave? If you enjoyed it, it would mean a whole lot to me to see you be a part of this family, because we have a lot of great things coming. I think I leaked it a little bit. My program is called the Escape Plan. And I believe that a lot of us are trying to escape something without the correct navigation system. And so my team and I have put together a navigation system that's going to help you escape living paycheck to paycheck. It's going to help you escape financial bondage. It's going to help you escape that lack of knowledge and get you into financial freedom. And so that will be coming out in November. But that's just a part of what's coming out in November. It's something massive and huge that's coming out in November that we're building for. And I'm just excited. And I told myself, I want to release this going into 2026. I wanted to have my credentials as far as in bachelor's and master's degree. I wanted to start my doctoral degree. And I wanted to have 1 million subscribers before I released it. So that way I served, and it gave me time to build something of substance. And so I'm really, really, really excited. Y'all, we got a 522, man. I love y'all. Can I say this again? I love y'all. Thank you so much for that. And thank you for those of you who are all rocking with me, man. I'm going to try and do this more often as stuff is coming out. Just come on here and just share. Just come on here and just share. So don't forget the article. Remember, I'm always gonna leave with this. Do your own research. My job is to expose, is to guide you, but I need you to take this information and do more research. Know this stuff for yourself. So click on the article below, read the article for yourself, get all the information. Click on the car insurance. That's in the link. And also don't forget you can get $1,000 in NVIDIA stock before the 30th, but you have to open up a Moomoo account with the minimum of $100 before the end of this month to qualify, and you can get up to 1,000. And so I would encourage you to go open up that account. You saw it on the website. Go to anthonyoneal.com/Moomoo. But when I get off this live, I promise you I will put all of the car insurance link and the Moomoo link inside of today's show notes. And we will be back on Monday. We got an amazing show on Monday. I can't wait. I think my team's gonna premiere it this evening. So I will see you all on Monday. God bless you. Enjoy your weekend. Hey, y'all, get to somebody's church tomorrow. Okay. We're living in at some interesting times in 2025, and I know some of us are bedside Baptists, but I want to encourage you to tomorrow get up. If you're in the DMV area, I want to encourage you to come check us out at Union Church. One of my closest friends, Stephen Chandler and Zy Chandler, are the senior pastors there. If you're in Charlotte, we have a location there in Charlotte with Brian Bullock. It's been open for a year now, a year and some change, and they're almost at 6,000 members. God is doing something amazing at Union Church. And so if you're in the DMV area, please come out tomorrow. You can go to Google Union Church DMV. I don't know our website, but we have like 5 or 6 locations around this way. So we would love to see you at one of our locations. I won't tell you what location I go to, because when I go to church, I don't talk to people who know me. I go there to get a word, because I got to grow and mature and evolve in a spiritual place too. So I literally go in, I get a word, and I leave. I really don't like talking to people when I'm in the church. I'll be honest, because I'm coming there to get fed, because all week I'm feeding. And so on Sundays, it's my time to get fed, and I have an amazing friend and pastor who does an amazing job at teaching us. And so if you're in the DMV area, please, we would love to have you at Union Church. Come check us out. If you're in the Charlotte area, come check us out. But if you're in Atlanta, man, you got several churches in Atlanta. That's good. You got Change Church with my boy Darius Daniels. You have Jamal Bryant at New Birth. You have E. Dewey Smith. I forgot the name of his church. In Houston, Texas, you have Lighthouse Church. In Houston, Texas, you have my boy Manny Arango is launching a church there. Houston, Texas, Dr. Irisha Hilliard is out there. And then in Dallas, man, you got my boy, not my boy, but my brother and sister, Torrey and Sarah Jakes Roberts, who just took over for Bishop T.D. Jakes at the Potter's House. You got Concord Church. You have, what's my boy's name? How did I forget his name? Social Dallas is out there. Oh, if you're in California, man, go check out my girl. If you're in the Los Angeles area, go check out Dr. Anita Phillips, who's taken over ONEAL. Phenomenal church. My big sis Erica Campbell is pastoring the churches. If you're in Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, man, go out and check out my boy, my Bishop Rudolph McKissick Jr. at the Bethel Church, and then Celebration Church. It's a little bit more modern, a little bit more black and white. So there's so many churches out there. What am I saying? This has nothing to do with money, but it has everything to do with money. Let's get into the Lord's house tomorrow, man. Let's get into to Lord's house. Oh shoot, you're absolutely right, Azella. Uh, um, Philip Anthony Mitchell in Atlanta, 2819 Church. Now I wouldn't. I love Philip Anthony Mitchell. I've asked. I know Philip Anthony Mitchell personally. I don't know how I forgot about that. Now me, if I'm in Atlanta, I'm going to Darius Daniels. Like Darius Daniels is my favorite teacher. If you all have been following me for a while, you all will know that my favorite communicator in the whole wide world is Tony Evans, and then followed by Dr. Darius Daniels. So anytime I can sit up underneath an excellent expository preacher who rightly divides the word, not divides, but rightly divides and teaches the word of God. Oh my gosh, I'm going to Darius Daniels, right? all day long. I mean, he's just man. Listen, I listen to every single sermon, and I go back and study the word, and then I pull. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I pulled Tony Evans' study Bible out, and I literally, as y'all can see, like I literally read. This is how I study my word through Tony Evans' study Bible. And so that's just me, y'all. So listen, I gotta go. I love y'all. Y'all enjoy your Saturdays. I'm about to just take off my shoes and relax for the rest of the evening and have a good time, man. Listen, so I'm gonna put those links. Go open up an account. Go just get a quote for car insurance. All right, y'all. Love you. God bless.